Now the real question is, when the fuck is she gonna be on the banner again? Imagine, like, she's on, like, the next, like, big event banner, but because it's so soon, I don't have enough ports to actually summon for her.
Yep.
But no,
They would always do that.
it's like, yo, I just need this one character, so just give me, like, a while, and I'll save up, and then I'll go for it. Like, the next banner comes out, yo, you wanted Summon Musashi, right? I'm like, no, yes, but no. Well, yes, but actually, no.
Well, yes, but actually no.
Well, yes, but actually, no.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, but like, no. Actually, yes, but really no.
I really wanted you to listen to the entire thing I said and not just a portion of it. I said I wanted Summer Musashi, but I also said I wanted time to save up to pull her. It seems as though you're the type of person to ignore half of a statement and only talk about the other.
Yes, but actually no.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Perhaps.
You'll never get time. They'll never give you time. That's too gracious of them.
Time to go back in time, but right before Morgan came out, so I could actually not summon on there. Look, the thing is with my summoning is that sometimes I have so much self-control I don't know what to do with it. Especially in Dokkan, I will literally like never summon in that game until I actually need to. It's just that in every other game I play, I summon whenever I see something I want. Every time. And it never ends well.
Yep.
It's a sad fate, but one I have to deal with.
But I'm gonna start doing stuff pretty soon.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna start moving now.
So you're starting?
Yeah, I'm just gonna test out.
Okay. Man, I remember back in the day when I actually had to think about who to bring into a fight.
Yep.
You know, before I started just, realizing, hey, just bring a support. That's all you need to do. Just bring a support. Everything else will just follow.
Everything perfect for you since you have Orion.
Well, what about when there's more than one enemy?
Orion has guts.
I don't think you understand. I'm the 3-turn person, right?
Yeah.
And Orion only does single target damage. It's not like I run Orion every time I play this game. You know this, right?
So who are you running for your 3 turns in each category?
Okay, so if I need a Saber, I run double Castoria and Muramasa.
Uh-huh.
If I need a Archer, I run double Castoria. And I don't really have a strong Archer that I really want to use. Emiya works sometimes, but other times he just doesn't because it usually takes me longer, so I just sometimes run Ryder Leonardo because it works out sometimes, She just does enough damage. If I need a Lancer, I either run fucking Finn McMail, or again, I just run Leo because, well, why not? Who's next? Assassin I have nothing for. Other than every caster in the goddamn game. It's just, you could run any caster that has an AoE arts, which is like most of them, and you're good when you're fighting assassins. If you're fighting riders, you're fucked. Unless you have Summer Musashi, which I don't. You're basically fucked if you're fighting riders. I have nothing for that when I'm farming. So I go for the next best option. I either go for Space Ishtar or Leo again. And then for... what's the type I'm missing? For Zerker enemies, just run literally anything. I know I'm missing a type. Which one am I missing?
Assassin.
Yeah, Assassin. You don't have anything for Assassin. You're fucked if you want to run an AoE Assassin. Chuten only does one hit. Fucking the only other servant that's arts AoE is Phantom of the Opera, and his damage is garbage. You're fucked. That's it. That's the end. Oh no, I have 30 quartz. What do I do? Just close the game. You don't need to summon. It's fine. For your CEs, why don't you run like Imaginary Element?
No, I was running. I run this. The one I was using right now is what I use for bond level farming. And because like that C increases buster damage as long as give me MP gauge.
Yeah, no, it gives you 50% MP.
It makes it easier for doing 3-turn kills.
Well, pretty much any battery CE does that. God,
yeah,
I need more.
Anytime I use Kaleidoscope or Imaginary Element, it doesn't really kill in 3 turns. Usually like 4 or 5.
At this point, I've stopped running both of them because I pulled Black Grail, right? And that increases your NP damage by a shit ton. I don't even remember the number anymore, right?
Yep.
And so, since it increases your damage by so much, it makes things a lot more consistent. But the only problem is now you're going to have to find a way to get them to 100% NP with either by themselves or with support. So, and double Castoria gives 100% to a single target. It also gives them like the NP generation up, so that's the reason she's so good at farming. And she also gives the fucking arts increased damage. So you really don't have to worry about damage at that point. Especially if the character you're using to farm has a damage up already.
Okay, MP. Destroy. Still waiting for Charlemagne to be dropped in the game.
Still waiting for who to be dropped?
Charlemagne.
Well, all of us are.
Hey man, like if they're literally dropping Muramasa and Karen into the game this year, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll. People want to know who people want more right now.
Who?
Tamovich.
I don't know why, but okay.
I don't know why either. It's because it's another Tama. What other reason could they have? And plus, when she drops, she's gonna have like 50 costumes.
Damn.
Because she does that apparently.
That's just her thing.
Every new Lostbelt, another costume. Also, she was announced as being an assassin like fucking years ago, but you know. No. She's we know Tamovich was an assassin because it was like a trailer around when like the Lostbelt started up.
And they dropped her as assassin.
You know how like a bunch of servants we knew the typings of, and even though they haven't released yet, basically Tamovich already has like her trailer. We're just waiting for her to drop, and it's been like 3 years.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Assassin class.
We're literally just waiting. Is she gonna be offensive oriented? Is she gonna be like support again? I don't fucking know. Normal Tama, it was the OG art support. Fucking Summer Tama is the Lancer male killer. And that's it. There's only 2 versions.
What Tama Cat?
Tama Cat's a Zerker. What do you think Zerkers do?
Big buster damage?
Exactly. But you forget one thing. Her NP is quick.
Wait, let me check. There she is. Oh, it is quick.
I know. Big buster damage? Are you sure about that one? Triple buster deck. Arts NP. Interesting, you know? It's interesting.
Yep. So how does early game work?
Yeah, early game FGO is like broken in a lot of ways. Enkidu has a similar thing with his fucking triple quick deck, Buster NP. But he's actually top tier because of like his second skill. The one that heals 10k HP.
That's his third.
Oh, that's his third. Like I said, I don't remember. Why don't you just hold it?
Hold
you know, if on that screen, if you just drag, you could choose more than one at the same time. So like you hold and then move the cursor, and it selects more than one ember to use. Bro, why don't you just use some embers? It's not like you don't have characters to level up.
Yeah.
Don't question my methods.
I do question your methods.
Don't question it.
In fact, I helped you make some of those methods.
Time for the Lostbelt. Let's get to the Lostbelt now.
Lostbelt 4. YUGA Kekshek. Yaga.
YUGA She Tar. What up?
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure the stream will. I'm pretty sure the stream is the only one's gonna hear it.
Hear what?
Did you open the
give me one. Wait, give me 1 second. I'll be back. I have to get up for a bit.
Farm just once. Get out this Arjuna Buster damage. Start. This is gonna be the easiest one. Go Buster. Yeah. Can I get triple quick? Damn. This will do. Okay, absolute destroy time. Just absolute annihilation. That's it, we won. Alright, let's see how much we got for Ryder. Okay, it's small, but it's enough. hands.
Yeah.
Teach, there you are. Take this. 8.
Power up 120%.
Not enough. Come on. Super great. Come on, give me.
Power up.
Never mind.
Power.
Okay, never mind.
Yo, I'm back.
Alright. I just did one mission to get some Rider EXP.
And then you leveled up some servants?
I leveled up Peach.
Okay. Alright, let me just check out the stream from here.
Wait, let me fix my thing. Mash. Let's see. There you go.
Team setups. Does Mash have to be in the front for this mission?
Just in case, because you know how how the Lostbelts be about having Mash in your party.
Yeah, usually they want her in front. But I don't like having her in front. I put her in the back, so I just quick swap it, you know?
Yeah. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Wait, before we go, ready for Lostbelts?
YUGA Kshetra.
4? Lostbelt 4?
Did you hear that in the stream?
Let me check.
I'm gonna play it again.
YUGA Kshetra.
The stream is like a good 30 seconds behind. So I have to wait.
Did you hear it?
I can hear it on the stream now.
Okay. YUGA Kshetra. Start. I'm going to destroy my voice doing this shit.
What, voice acting? I just realized I need to get water if I'm gonna voice act.
Yep. I have a mug already.
I'm gonna go fill up a whole bottle. I'll be back in a minute.
I'm gonna read this background dialogue.
Okay, do it while I'm gone.
On December 31st, 2019, the entirety of human history was erased in a single stroke. Every trace of civilization was wiped out, and in its place, the earth was left a bleached wasteland. No one knew why or how it was done. All was clear is that humanity has been utterly defeated. No, it's worse than that. We have never even had a chance to fight back. A destroyer known as the Foreign God, a being from a distant star wielding unfathomable power. We have a message for all humanity. This planet will soon be reborn as an old brand new world. Humanity's civilization was a mistake. The path of our growth was incorrect. And so I have made my decision. I will vote against all of human history, proper human history. We are about to fill this world with inhuman mystic secrets. We will restore the age of gods. To this end, the gods have descended from a far-off galaxy, and their wisdom, we will use 7 seeds to select new leaders. These leaders will remake this world as they see fit, and the ones who reign supreme will given the right to renew the world itself. The life form from proper human history will not be permitted to take part of this world or even view it from the sidelines. Trees creation sprung up from all across the land. Now all of the old humanity's endeavors will be set aside, frozen. My name is Woldheim, Quistaria Woldheim. On behalf of the 7 cryptids, I have a message for those who have escaped from Chaldea. No, rather I have a message from the scant few remnants of human race. We will be the inheritors of the planet's history. Fucking dick. Cryptids, the 7 old masters of Chaldea who were supposed to save the world. David Semvoid, Ophelia Salone, Barrel Gut, Kodak Zembolis, Akuna Himiko, and Scandinavia Pepperoncino.
I hate all of you, except for you and you.
And their supreme leader, the foremost disciple of Chaldea, first director, Quistaria Woldheim. No one had ever been certain if they were still alive, but no sooner has they awoken, they turn on the world they have been meant to protect. Chosen by the fallen gods, some cryptids were entrusted with carrying the trees of emptiness. The enormous trees that appear around the world after its scouring? Scouring. Each tree of emptiness followed by the Lostbelt, a hypothetical history that had been pruned from the chronicle of humanity. There was the Russians' Lostbelt, where humans had fused with beasts in order to survive in the ultra-cold environment. There was Scandinavian Lostbelt, where Ragnarok gone awry had robbed the world of any possible future. And then there was the Chinese Lostbelt, where a single ruler who achieved immortality carried the rest of humanity on their shoulders. These are our Lostbelt that were grown in the territory, where one emerging triumph becomes Earth's official history. As far as the Christians were concerned, their only enemy, or rather a competition, was other cryptids completing to establish the Lostbelt dominance. The few remnants of old humanity, Chaldea, there was no more than a tiny bump in their world.
Is what they thought until half of
we
them
had main character powers. The fact that you thought you won and you didn't confirm our death, it showed that you lost.
Look, that's why when you shoot someone in the head, you gotta make sure they're dead.
Before the world was wiped clean, the cryptids had mounted an attack on the Chaldea organization headquarters and destroyed them. You still lost because the fact that we're still not dead. Just because you took away our base doesn't mean we still lost.
We have they think they have an army. What's an army to an army of heroes?
And villains.
And
Chaldea was frozen solid and race shifting. The only possible means in which humanity can prevent the Great Reset was lost. Fucking Konamine.
Every time this man appears, why does he live so long?
But through many lives were lost, the survivors were forced to make a desperate retreat, and the last master still lived. Thanks to the Shadow Border, the all-terrain void transportator had been developed in secret. In its cross-dimensional zero-sail traversal method, the survivors successfully escaped into void space. Having avoided the Great Reset, they emerged into the Russian Lostbelt a few months later, in April of 2020. They went to defeat Kodak Zembolis, the cryptid assigned to the Russian Lostbelt.
We killed
overthrew
you, but
the Lostbelt king, Ivan the Terrible, and cut down its tree of emptiness. Literally, canonically, they said we came out a week later, and it'd been like a few months, but we still took them down. Then after another battle in the Scandinavian Lostbelt, they arrived at the Wandering Sea, a workshop that was home to the only other survivors of humanity. Now they gain a new ally, Ancion Elfam, an alchemist from the Atlas Institution left in charge of the Wandering Sea, and setting out to the next step of their adventure to defeat the Cryptors and the foreign god. So, how was that recap? You did a good job jogging your memory.
I did like it was yesterday.
Hey, what about the Chinese waffle or the other things that happened?
Yo, I feel like you missed a few steps.
I'm pretty sure that time where I lost my memory. But okay.
They did.
Yeah. Oh, you don't need me to tell you about those. They just happened recently after all.
I hate you. I'm lying.
I'll save the recap on Godop's grand adventure for another time. Anyway, it has been a few months since you returned from the Chinese Lostbelt. Once you all restore up, I'm going to have you head out to the next order, Lostbelt number 4, where you will be investigating a strange Lostbelt that has been repeating, expanding, and contracting. Moreover, the captain will be joining you on your adventure in the dazzling realm of Indian mythology.
India.
Of course, it has been known that it will take this long to get ready. I would not have been hyped if quite so much. My original calculations had me modifying or convincing Captain a bit sooner than this. Hey, it wasn't your fault. We all got caught up in the ordeal. Honestly, I'm glad that we were able to verify we can actually race shift again. Indeed. You want to do Holmes?
Do I have a good Holmes?
You have a better posh voice.
Sure.
There you go.
So do I go for deep or like sophisticated?
Sophisticated.
Indeed. We now know for certain that we are able to race shift from the Wandering Sea as well from Chaldea. Yeah, no, I'm not sure what your voice to give Sherlock here.
Try deeper one for the next one.
While the ability to observe time and space outside the Lostbelt may not help in our efforts to remove them, having more options available can only be a good thing.
How's that?
Do I go for more British?
Try British.
What's the British voice again? Fuck. I'm not built for making voices on the spot. I need time for this. Wait, what does he normally sound like? Give me a second. What does this man normally sound like? I'm just listening to his voice on the stream.
There isn't any voice for him right now.
There isn't?
This is cutscenes.
I hate this. Fine.
The difference between an American accent and a British accent.
Though I may not. Though that's not to say some of us aren't a bit worse for wear.
God, that hurts.
Yeah, it hurts me too. I say, you directed you.
Is he Cockney now?
Hey, Dr. Janoff, has your weight returned to normal?
You just gave him the Cockney lunch lady accent.
Look, I'm not built for making voices on the spot.
Which one did you like before, the posh one or the deeper one?
The deeper one's easier for me.
Okay, do the deeper one. Oh no, here's Godolph. It has not that I had any.
It has nothing to do with that.
It's in the matter. I still don't think right. I was the only one who didn't get on a break. Nor do I see we need an obsolete relic like race shifting when we have zero sail. Go on, Mooney. You know I'm right.
That
Tell
was
them how
moody.
you and the whole staff got sick and tired of race shifting as I am. Oh, this gotta be voiced by you.
What are you talking about? They're both mind-blowing technology achievements. You just gotta use them right. Also, I was on the staff at the original Chaldia too, so if anything, I'm way more used to race shifting. You agree with me, right, Dan O'Neill? Race shifting is way more fun than zero sailing, isn't it?
I mean, like, we're fucking going through void space and traveling shit, but I guess race shifting is safer. I don't know which. I don't know which is safer.
How'd you like my Monier voice?
Perfect.
I'm even doing the whole glasses put up.
Honestly, neither one's exactly a walk in the park.
Monotone.
Yeah, I guess. Boy, why do I have to be born? Why do I have to be born so race shift compatible? Oh, never mind that. See, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. We know that the cryptors accused a cursed leader, Cursoria Woldime, is in Atlantic Lostbelt. I'm also told that it's the largest Lostbelt in the world by far, and that the branches of its tree are covering the Earth's entire stratosphere. So what possible point could it be making a pit stop at this Lostbelt in India? It's not a pit stop. We need to go there and ensure that our chance of victory are high as possible. According to Trismegiста, the ocean occurrence, most of the Atlantic's Lostbelt territory, and we are not talking about the modern day ocean here. We're talking about one from the age of gods, filled to the brim with either a demonic beast. And things stand right now, we have no chance of crossing an ocean like that. And if we're entering the Atlantic Lostbelt now, we would just end up so much seaweed. Ugh, I see. Does that mean that we can't get there in the border? I'm afraid not. Sia and I were talking about it, and we came to the conclusion it's just not possible to make the border seaworthy or preserving its existing functions. Just because it can sail in void space doesn't mean it can do it in the same reality. Each ocean requires a different means of traversal. And since the border is an all-terrain void transporter, we can't accommodate that many resources only to make it capable of sailing on real seas. I guess we can technologically do it if we made the hull bigger, but we can't do that. We wouldn't have nearly enough staff to run it. A vehicle that size will need at least 60 professionals to operate it. Can you guess what resources are we lowest on just now? I guess that would be human resources. Menier and the rest of the border staff are all doing their best, but... Right! So if we're going to acquire what we need in the Indian Lostbelt... Who? So... You want us to recruit more people there? No, not like that. We already know that you cannot bring anything native to the Lostbelt outside, right? No, this is a simple matter of earthbound coordinates. India has everything we currently lack, so we're going to go there, get it in one fell swoop. And is that right, Captain? We're all done making adjustments and attachments over here. Alright, you have to do now is personally activate the Ornax Phantasm in India and attach it. The captain's voice.
Nemo, huh? Okay. Yes, I'll go with them. What voice should he get?
Give it childlike.
Yeah, I'll go with that then. It's been several months since I've started helping out with the border's maintenance. Is that childlike? I'm not sure.
Go with it.
It might have been as slow as a sea turtle, but I can't help but have some affection for it after all this time.
And I know the phantasm needs to be activated very carefully, with a precise ritual and other particular, and only at particular coordinates. I don't know if we can even use it at the Lostbelt or not, but we'll never know unless we try. That said, I'm the only one who was going to decide what it becomes. That part is non-negotiable. And if I decide it's not going to work, I'm going to come back on my own. Got it, Sion?
Sure, as your master, I'm okay with that. Though I seriously doubt you're capable of being so heartless. What are you talking
when
about?
we get to the stuff.
Where are we dropping? What are we talking about? I thought we were talking about where we dropping. We're talking. All right, here you go.
We're talking about my coming along with you to India. I thought you'd already been told about that. This man gets told absolutely nothing. Da Vinci, do you remember seeing a steel pyramid-shaped object somewhere around the dock? Well, it's mine. I'd like you to store it in the border for me. In the worst case, we can use it as a shield.
Oh, you mean that weird looking thing that almost seemed like a car body kit? Is that the Ornex Phantasm thing that you were just talking about?
Yes. It's not much for a mermaid that can swim around the ocean freely, though.
I can see. I can't say I know what you're talking about. The more servants around who keeps me safe, the better.
Thanks. Anyway, glad to be here, everybody. Oh, don't worry about my seat. I already installed one for me, and it only takes up half of Minier's space.
Really? Oh, no, this is you.
Whoa, really? Levy's captain's gonna be sitting next to me. This is my big chance to show him what I made him. I can't wait to get started. I feel like my voice completely changed.
It doesn't matter. Like, as long as he keeps that same energy right there, it's perfect. All right. But that's our only objective in India. Does this mean we don't have to cut down its tree of emptiness?
Come on, Beardall.
No, you'll definitely be needing to eliminate. I mean, like, you need to take them every single one of them.
Exactly.
We're going to need to eliminate the Indian Lostbelt while you're there. YUGA seems that indirectly responsible for a recent race shift incident. The Indian Lostbelt. There's a very good chance that there's histories that were proven after they were deemed unnecessary, contain success, sufficient, and unprecedented threats. I have determined that we cannot leave this Lostbelt be just because if it's low on our priority list. Besides, there is still so much we don't know, and not just about the tree of emptiness. We're talking about the cryptors, who are the alter egos claiming to be disciples of the foreign gods. Every Lostbelt we investigate provides us more data. Dandragon, Adano Neo, Mash, Da Vinci, Godolph, Menier. As the one supervising the control room, as the one personally wishing for your success, is there something I wish to say? You need to eliminate every Lostbelt. We have no choice but to fight, regardless of how painful that choice is.
So anyway, I started blasting.
You need to eliminate them before they improve our chances of victory during the inevitable climactic confrontation and return human history to its proper place. Sion.
So anyway, I started blasting.
I know it's better than get over serious, but you even had headed out on a mission. I'm sure we will run into more than enough troubles in the Lostbelt, so we should at least try to enjoy ourselves while we're in base. Alright, that's all for now. Please make sure to review the particulars for this mission on your mobile devices. This order will commence at dawn. And be sure to have plenty of sleep and come to the dock by the time we agreed on. Roger that. Anyway, I started blasting cryptors left and right.
So first of all, there was Kadek, and he was honestly pretty easy. He took like one shot.
I know his servant took one shot.
What do you mean multiple health bars? It was easy.
Canonically, it was easy. Da Vinci? Are you sleepwalking? Can servants sleepwalk?
Can servants sleep?
Is she sleep standing?
Sleep standing.
I mean, they can sleep if they want to.
I know.
Oh, Daniel Neo. What's up? You have less than 6 hours until the mission starts. You should head back to your room and get some rest.
There's the one fucking sleeping while standing.
I doubt we will have many chances to get a full night's rest once we're in a Lostbelt. Who knows? We'll get our chance to stay in a bed that doesn't rock. You mean you want to check your? You might want to check your watch. It's actually time to go right now, Da Vinci.
They say the same things but in different ways.
This feels way more sarcastic, and I want to pick this one.
Da Vinci, you might want to check your watch.
It's already time. Have I been sleep standing this whole time? Even she admits it.
How do you sleep while standing?
Honestly, I heard some people do that.
Yo, I've slept in the most uncomfortable positions.
I slept on a chair.
I've slept on wood.
Damn.
You remember that time I told you about this story?
Say it again.
So I was out with my family and I was visiting someone. They didn't have a bed for me, so they were like, "Yo, there's like a wooden box over there. Good luck." And I'm like, I see.
They didn't give you a pillow or a blanket?
They gave me a blanket.
What about a pillow?
I remember. I think so.
Damn.
Damn.
Whoopsie. I didn't really want to go back to my workshop, so I guess I ended up resting my eyes first. A long longer than I meant to. No, I feel silly. And then we go and head down to the dock. I'll catch up with you guys soon. That was strange. Where did she get those roller skates? You skate down the hall like it's a... No, where did she get those roller skates? As I thought, Da Vinci... Yeah. As I had thought, Da Vinci is having some...
people
operational difficulties. When did you get here? I have been behind you for some time. You must have been so focused on Da Vinci that you didn't notice. In any case, this is a good chance to tell you this. You can't let Da Vinci push herself too much. She is doing everything Leonardo da Vinci would be doing, but while in much smaller body. That obviously puts a tremendous strain on her. You must be aware of that. She may have inherited Leonardo da Vinci's duties, but she is a pseudo-servant just like Mash is. We may differ in format, but she and I are similar. I understand how she is feeling. God. No, scratch that. I do not know how she is feeling. Da Vinci is so strong. Nessa? I said too much. My apology. So please keep this between us. Promise?
This works a lot better in Japanese.
Yep. I am coming along to the Indian Lostbelt. I hope we can continue getting along.
In English, it's just awkward.
Yep. Same here.
Let's go.
Understood. I promise I will not let you down. That said, your jewel in my chest acting up a bit. I don't think this has ever happened to me before. The Indian Lostbelt is a very bad place. Every part of my spirit origin is warning me not to go. Even so, every Lostbelt is dangerous. I am the crown Prince Nessa. I must not back down from a challenge. If things go bad, I know you will help me. I'm sure I have nothing to worry about. Let's go, the others are waiting. Oh man, sorry I'm late. I couldn't believe I took so long to get ready. Looks like you're all here. Then let's begin the final rundown. Your destination is the Indian Lostbelt. Your objective is to help Captain gain experience, power up the shadow border, explore the Indian Lostbelt, and ultimately eliminate it. Captain and I will handle the shadow border side of things, so please do not concern yourself with that. What I'd like you to focus on, Master Dan O'Neill, is cutting down the Indian Tree of Emptiness. Oh, I estimated you should have room in the Lostbelt to lift about 20 days worth of supplies. All the Orphanax Phantasm will be loaded into the hangar as supplemental equipment. You will not need to account for it in battle, as it is not meant for offensive purposes. There you go.
I take it we will be summoning reinforcements within the Lostbelt again, as we have done thus far.
Correct. From here, you will need to travel across void space to get closer to the Indian Lostbelt. And from there, you'll need to immediately undergo another zero sail in order to make your way inside. Consecutive zero sails are draining, even for servants, and Da Vinci's protection safeguards can only do so much. So I think it's best that we keep no more than 3 servants on standby in the border. Then no matter how many servants we win over to our side in the future, we'll only be able to take 3 of them into the Lostbelt with us. That is how it works, yes. I'm not saying that we can never send more than 3 if we really have to, but the servants summoned in the Lostbelt are even more powerful anyway. So when you get there, I would like you to secure a ley line to use Mash's Holy Relic to form contracts with new heroic spirits, just as you have in other Lostbelts. Alright then. In the Wandering Seas Command Room Supervisor, I have order for those who are on the field team. As for this moment, Gnome from Chalvia will be transporting to its first battle position. Field team, go ahead and board the border, starting with Master Dan O'Neill. Once I've confirmed all of your vitals are green, you'll begin with zero sail and officially commence Order Lostbelt 4 along with its suborder Honed Monster. Make sure that you're able to give it all you have, and I'm looking forward to your safe return. We set out. Damn, it's not even a Lostbelt yet?
No. There's always like a quest before it. Before you actually get in.
I'm gonna need a drink.
Get used to it.
Activating Paper Moon. Initiating the planet and navigational charts plus minus convergence. Commencing Shadow Border's docking sequence into reality's border. Proper human history reckons and C. Lostbelt Depth A. Barring existence verification, tendering into the reality space, anchoring the point of a heroic experience, virtual neural charts confirmed. Zero cell complete, re-emerging into reality space. Reality space anchor secured. Reality verification complete. Establishing shadow borders existence within Lostbelt. Zero cell return safe successfully. This is you.
Good. We've made it back to reality space.
Oh. I can't do a full voice. That violent shaking never got any easier. Are you okay, Master? I'm fine. I'm used to it by now. I'm impressed, Master. Not many people can adapt into this cookie as you have. Not so fast. Just take a look at how adaptable I'm carrying myself. Wait, why, I'm the very picture of dignity. A zero sale is no worse than a drive into the rain for me. Surely all that rattling must have been a dreadful sight, more difficult for a freshly summoned servant who's never left the lukewarm base of yours, no?
I feel quite as powerless as a krill. One already in whale's stomach at that. But never mind, so long as I am at sea, even the most violent upheaval is a gentle breeze to me. If anyone should be worried about getting seasick, it's you guys. This ship could and should be more comfortable.
What's happening on your end? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my internet just decided to die for a second. In particular, I'd like to add a bit more in the way of padding to my cushions. A good captain must always take care of his crew, after all. Had I known how uncomfortable these chairs were, I would have prioritized making improvements.
Hey, I'm glad you worked together to keep the border systems in shape. But I'm not about to let you go tinkering with things that are on your own time anyway. Soon, something as small as changing the air fresheners we use in the bathrooms could lead to fighting amongst the staff. I'm actually being a lot more considerate of everyone on the board, you might think, you know?
That's good to hear, but this sort of problem that should have been addressed in the planning stages of creating this vessel. But it would do you little good if your crew is too low spirits to make proper use of it. I guess the previous Da Vinci had no idea how difficult a voyage at sea could be.
Ouch. Well, you got me there. The last version of me was a genius, but she was definitely kind of insensitive about things like this. So she did make this absolutely capable armored vehicle, but back when nobody had an idea what was going to happen. I say that's more than it gets me off the hook for overlooking little things like cushions.
Quite so. The next time we build a vehicle, we'll be sure to pay more attention to creature comfort. Creature comfort?
Yeah.
In the meantime, we have made our way through the storm wall and are now inside the Indian Lostbelt.
Is your internet acting up?
Yeah. We should begin by assessing our surroundings. First things first, Mr. Manure. Can you see this Lostbelt's tree of emptiness?
Maybe you should get close down a few tabs.
I would, but I have most of them closed already, and the ones I don't are things I need. Yeah, I think that's it. Over there, I can see something far off in the southeast. Put up the log. I didn't see what the first thing was. So, it has already taken root as I suspected. Furthermore, it appears to have already grown considerably. But unlike in China and Scandinavia, at least we know where to find it. This should save us a good deal of time.
Then let's go cut it down right now. Just like that? Are all Chinese robots so old?
How many Chinese robots have you met?
I mean, like the entire Chinese Lostbelt.
That is true. No, that would be too dangerous. The tree is very far away, and I doubt the enemy has simply left it undefended. Oh yes, that reminds me. I'm aware we have yet to define this term for our current circumstances. Well, there is almost certainly another enemy we will need to face there. Given what we've seen thus far, there's an excellent chance that there's a cryptor assigned to this Lostbelt, and a king who has been ruling it since prior to the cryptor's arrival. It is therefore our best interest to gather as much information as possible, as we continue to prepare to face them. While this particular tree of emptiness does seem to have grown considerably, it also appears to be in a fairly stable state. So we do not seem to be under any immediate pressure. Of course, if things should take a sudden turn for the worse, we have no choice but to act. But for the time being, it should be safe to prioritize investigating this Lostbelt. Whatever step we take next, we should begin getting to the bottom of this case, or that is, this unknown history.
Yes, quite very well. We should start by gathering information. Important to know exactly what dangers are we up against after all. I see. Understood. For now.
So
Alrighty.
anyway, start last end.
Let's see if there's anything else interesting around here. What's that?
A wing? It would seem that there's something else visible to the naked eye here. Something a fair distance from the Tree of Emptiness in its own right. Fascinating.
It's a very square. What the hell is that? Is it natural? Man-made? Hurry up, scan it, man.
I'm working on it. Come on. It's no use. I couldn't get a read on it with anything. It's like it's deflecting any attempts to scan it. I thought it might be some sort of magecraft-based structure, but it doesn't show up on magical energy scan. Perhaps it isn't. It seems all we can do is barely make it out with our own eyes. Which would mean that, empirically speaking, we can't even be sure it's truly there. I suppose one possible explanation is that all is that what we are all just seeing things. A mass hallucination.
You mean a mass hallucination as in a as a vision from space? Warm hospitality, a frightening girl. Oh, my head.
I love how I said the whole mass hallucination thing before he did.
Yep.
I didn't even read it.
Please calm down, director. I'm sure that's just Holmes trying to make a joke. At any rate, only things.
At any rate, the only thing we can say for sure at this point is that we have no idea what's going on. At least you don't. Though I do wonder if this may have been anything to do with that mysterious girl we saw near the Rush's tree of emptiness. In the sense that we could also see her despite being unable to observe her with any instrumentation. Then again, I suppose she did technically appear as a sort of blank spot on our sensors. Regardless, we still have far too little information to work with. So there's nothing to be gained from drawing conclusions now. I guess we might be able to get some readings if we get in close. I can't say I'm thrilled about the idea of getting near that thing, but if you want to head over there and try.
Don't be daft. What are you trying to get inside that thing when we don't even know the thing first? We don't even know the first thing about that thing. I said thing like 4 times. Why, if something were to happen to the border or me, mankind's last hope, it will be dashed for good. No, our first order of business is to ensure our surroundings are safe, then ensure I'm safe. Isn't that right, technical and administrative advisors? You're not wrong. Lostbelts do have their own population, so we need to get. There's got to be towns around here somewhere. I can't tell if there's one near the giant cube or anything or anywhere else nearby. But wherever we find one, we should get close to it, to the border. Remember what happened in China? So if we're prioritizing information and supplies, I think we should start by looking for a campsite. Luckily, the environment readings are stable, so we are assumed that we're safe enough to focus on keeping a low profile. I'd rather not use the camera function if we could help it, since it's a major resource hog. Now we're good out of the way place to hide in the border around here. That Rocky Mountain over there looks promising. That's a sky.
Ah yes, the visual novel classic, Clouds.
Alright. We should probably decide on our plan on attack here to make sure how the device is holding up.
The aeronaut phantasm, as quiet as a piece of coral, it's not going to wake up anytime soon. I was afraid of this. Even if we're getting to the coordinates now, I won't be able to do the ritual to activate it as long as this Lostbelt is here.
So we won't be able to use your fancy new device or update the border until we get rid of this Lostbelt, huh? I thought that might be a case, but that doesn't make it any less sucky.
What did you expect? One can hardly hope to win first prize without taking part in the race. We will need to cut off this Lostbelt sooner or later, so if anything, this only helps simplify matters.
Indeed, now as usual, as my duty to defend the border, seeing it's the last bastion of hope of mankind and all. They don't need a mash. You two are our field team. You'll be working well in the field. Given that we'll be in the 4th Lostbelt you investigate, you should be old hands at it by now. I'll do my best. Yes, sir. I'll make sure to stay alert while we're in the field. Like I said before, the environment here is a lot more stable than it was in the Russian or Scandinavia. It's similar to China's climate. In a lot of ways, but in addition to the physical heat and humidity, there's also a high concentration of mana in the air here. That means you won't be able to use the portable stealth devices I gave you in China, just so you're aware. So at least we know we needed to use our optical boards or other special transport equipment here, so we won't have to worry about it. Yes, ma'am. Good. Just sort of enthusiasm I like to see. However, one can't live on enthusiasm alone. Having you out in the field is a risk I would rather not take. So the servants who accompany you on your investigation shall be...
Sorry, I think this is a sensible decision, but I can't accompany them. I was not sent here as a combatant. Were I to try to fight alongside Dan O'Neill, I would just get into his way. My job is to make improvements to this vessel. I may not yet be able to do so, but there's still a lot of foundational work I can begin now. The first thing I'm going to focus on is improving this bridge shock absorption. As I said, these sections leave quite a bit to be desired.
Yeah, I was planning to get to them when I had time, you know. Of course, I will accompany them. I have some connections to India as well. I'm sure that can be useful. Right. India historically has been closer with China, where they called it Taizu. I'm sure you're familiar with it. Thank you, Nessa. I'm reassured knowing that you'll dare to help us. Nonetheless, Nessa alone simply won't be enough. Da Vinci needs to remain here and stand by so she can operate the border at a moment's notice if necessary. Holmes needs to stay here so he can make full use of border's instruments while analyzing our findings. Suffice to say, Dan O'Neill, you need to bolster your fighting powers if you need to carry on your investigation. To do so, you'll have to try summoning new servants in the field. It's a shame that Alice's intuition won't more accommodating, but there's nothing we can do about it. That. I see. Gordy's really in a good mood now that he has another servant standing behind to keep him safe. I agree when you start summoning new servants, but as they say, every cloud has a silver lining. And that particular summoning of two of them. First off, electricity. Thanks to Sion, we have another disposable booster to use like we did in China. She said it's called Void Cell. I guess that's the Alice Intu's coming up with really interesting stuff sometimes. As a refresher, just to hook up to mass shields, it provides a source you need for summon. Unfortunately, thanks to all the time it took to make everything, it only gets enough juice for 2 servants. But hey, it's way better than flying a kite in a storm, right? Siri, second, I already found a powerful ley line for summoning, and it's well in walking distance.
I concur. Once you have bolstered your forces there, you can begin investigating our surroundings in earnest.
Understood. We'll make sure to do that. Well, no time like the present. Let's go. Dude.
What? You want me to do foo?
No.
Foo!
No. I was gonna say something. We've been streaming for 1 hour and 15 minutes. We have gotten to no gameplay.
Well, hey, this was your idea.
Yes. You sure okay with this, Gordy? What do you mean?
Gordy.
You just figure out what to hold it. I just figured you want to say hold it. I'm the director. I give the orders around here or something like that. Oh.
Character development.
Well, I admit I did come up with a few authoritative directives ahead of time. but I ultimately decided they weren't necessary given how the Lostbelt seemed fairly peaceful. And if there's no point in saying them, well, why waste my breath? It's only good sense. Of course there's a point to them. They're very important. Go on, Gordy, hurry up and say something. Oh, well, if you insist, and if it's not too late, hold it, you're forgetting something, pivotal. What's that? Your commander's orders, of course. We can't start operations without them. Go on now, lines up. Back straight, never mind the salute, just listen up. Dan O'Neill, as your captain of the sailboat and director of Chodia, here are your orders. You are to investigate this Lostbelt spreading across the Indian Lostbelt and find the means of filling that tree of emptiness as soon as possible. In addition to eliminating this Lostbelt, protecting Earth from this invasion, you are also to secure a path to enable us to further modify and evolve the Shadow Border. On it. That's more like it. When a mission is especially difficult, we need to send them off with high spirits. We're really coming into our own as a team. I think we even give the old charity a run for its money.
Lostbelt number 4.
Samara of Genesis and Terminus.
You're not going to say the last word?
No, I forgot it already.
Don't worry, I never knew it in the first place.
Hey, finally, quartz.
You got a quartz.
Hey, hey man, it's better than nothing. Initiative point. Meeting hope in a lonely world. Hold up, I'm getting some drinks.
Already. I told you before. Get a whole bottle.
I'll be back.
I got 2.
Entertain my crowd.
There's a crowd here?
No.
Alright, great. So, let me just talk a bit. In fact, what should I talk about? If I'm being fully honest here, Gjordolf, his character development's pretty solid. Throughout the entirety of the Lostbelt, he started off as someone you kinda hated and wanted to punch him in the face, but now, you still probably want to punch him in the face, but you might not want to as much anymore. I'm just waiting for Scandinavia to get here so I can try his voice. I didn't practice at all, but I know what it's gonna be. I wonder what other voice he's gonna make me do. The whole voice acting thing was not my idea, so if anyone's dying, blame him, not me. Other than that, how long does it take to just get like 2 bottles of water? He should have planned better for this, honestly. Like, what type of person says to do a bunch of voice acting and doesn't get like enough water to last them a whole year? Trying to do a voice when your throat's dry is the worst thing ever. Anyway, after this Lostbelt, people are gonna have to wait like a whole year or more for the next one, because Lostbelt 5 is split into like 7 different parts, and it's the worst thing. Then Lostbelt 6 just came out on JP, and it's again in multiple parts. Why do they keep doing that? Why do they keep on splitting it up for no reason? Honestly, I feel like complaining about it. Oh wait, I am. Why left it on this screen though? In this course, you will form a party immediately before the battle begins. Would you like to start the battle? How many parts are in this Lostbelt? Let me just look that up real quick. How much voice acting will be necessary? All right. How many main quest parts are there on this? 20. 20? That's a lot. This is gonna take a while. But hey, at least I found it pretty easy, which is all that matters. Are you back?
I am back. Quick detour since my partner has went off to do something. Let's do this quest again. Okay, this is gonna be trickier to save birds. Actually, might have to do this instead. No, wait, next turn.
Yo, I'm back.
Hey,
I had to get up. Parents called me.
I had to mop the floor because I spilled water on a dresser.
Gotta stop. You doing a random quest right now?
Nope.
I see.
I was like, I need some content.
Why didn't you use Rash for his turn?
Because they were just writers.
Java. Hey, are you using the same setup that I told you like the first time?
Yes.
Haven't you pulled anyone to improve it at all?
Oh. It worked so well for me so far. I just never reach it, except for the support.
Yeah. AoE Zerker is all you need, I guess. Big Unga Boonga Zerker right there. Hey, isn't that spoilers for the Lostbelt? You know,
Everybody knows.
Everyone knows. It's been like 2 whole years.
His banner has literally been out for like a few days.
Maybe people don't look there for some reason.
You mean casuals?
Well, no, if you're a casual, you're probably gonna look there and start summoning. God, use more of your embers, please.
Hey man, it's been literal a week since I had like a full set of something.
Like, you don't even max level every character you get. What is this? You know, I get that it's efficient to just use use embers of the same type, but honestly, I just ignore it and use whatever I want.
Power up 120%.
Getting back to the Lostbelt.
Made a big mistake.
What mistake did you make?
My mom made dinner.
So
I'm eating that along, and it's also taking up the amount of times I'd have to drink when I'm speaking too.
Gotta hurt. I haven't eaten yet.
Oof.
Actually, I ate at like 5, so it's been like a few hours.
Maybe 5 hours?
Yeah, it's been a few hours.
Let's start quest.
Just water. Yo, what do you have in that bottle?
World.
Just water. Just water.
I have to ask, are you sure this will work? I had a fairly rough go of in China, didn't it? Granted, I was so out of swords early, thanks to having to confront my mortality, that I wasn't able to make some sort of cool-headed decision I usually do.
I was out, thinking about my mortality and inevitable demise.
I actually don't quite remember what happened very well. Still, I do recall hearing something about being unable to summon servants here. It's Meneer.
You don't have to tell us. We're all fully aware. But we'll be okay. China was a unique situation, even for a Lostbelt. Still, for what it's worth, you don't think Dan O'Neill will have any trouble summoning servants here?
Same. All we have to do now is just give it a shot. Is everything ready, Mash? Yes, everything is in place for summoning spell, and the connections to the Spirit Origins briefcase is stable. Wait, what have we been doing this entire time for summoning?
You've been summoned. You're about to summon servants to help you with the Lostbelt.
Did we already have servants? But for other Lostbelts, we're talking about.
You had to find a place to summon them. This is apparently the best place to summon here, so you're summoning them in this spot.
Running final check done. Heroic Spirit summoning system Fate. All systems green. Go ahead whenever you're ready, Master. My will creates your body, and your soul creates my destiny. If you hear to the girl's call and abide by these rules and reason, then answer me. I hereby swear that I embody all the good in this world. I shall defeat all the evil in this world. 7 heavens clad in the 3 worlds of power, come forth from the circle abiding. Guardian of the scales.
I wonder who that could be.
I am Rama, a servant, a saber, and a great king of Kozla. I am Lancer, my true name's Karna. It's good to be here. Hey, I actually have a look upon Karna this time.
Yo, Karna!
It works, Senpai. We couldn't have hoped for the best result.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the fucking battle at the end here. We even know them already.
Whoa, good. I knew I had it in me. Why these servants I summoned are perfect for tackling India. With a lineup of this, I could just say we're already as good as one. Well, technically, they don't need that summon them.
I won't.
This is good news that it only makes me want to run around whooping for joy. I wouldn't, of course. At least Fu can hop around gleefully in my stead. Go ahead, Fu.
You really hate my Fu, huh?
I see. Now I understand. So we're fighting for Chaldea on behalf of proper human history. You want to do Rama's voice?
What should I make it?
I don't know. Give him any impression you want.
Indeed. No. Indeed.
No.
Yeah. Indeed.
Just give me your normal voice.
I have like 0 male voices because they all sound the same. Because they all sound like me in the end anyway. Indeed. It sounds as though our path thus far has been quite arduous, Master Dan O'Neill. But now that you have summoned me, the King of Kulsha, an avatar of Vishnu, your worries are over. No matter what matter of hardships may lie ahead, my sword, a bane of all evil, will rend any obstacle you encounter asunder. And on the slight chance that I'm not enough by myself, you even managed to summon Karna, the hero of benefaction. This goes far beyond just good luck. Just how many good deeds have you done to earn this kind of karma, Master?
You give me far more credit than I deserve. Still, I can promise you this, Master. Now that I have been summoned here, I'll do everything in my power to see your will done. I await your orders. That said, as Kishri, I could say far no greater honor than to fight alongside the King of Kosla. Truthfully, I cannot deny that it's still that I feel fortune smiling upon us.
How very respectful of you, son of Surya, god of the sun. I will feel most reassured knowing you have my back.
You're really happy about this, huh, Mash? Oh yes, although I'm also just relieved, since I already know very well just how heroic and dependable they are. I'm so grateful that they were the ones who chose to answer your call.
Should have just summoned Shiva, honestly.
I'll say, even without the home advantage going for them, I say these are some of the best possible servants we could have hoped for. Rama, Karna, Arjuna, and Parvati were my top choices from Spirit Origins graph going in. But it was still a roll of the dice to whoever of them would respond to the call. If that were good enough, Rama and Karna are both enormously well-known and influential here. Giving all that alongside the fact that they know India well, or the back of their hands, I'm sure they'll even be more helpful than usual. That said, I'm sure something might be off for them, given that it's a Lostbelt and all, but I'm sure they'll all handle it way better than us Europeans.
Speaking of which, how do you make vlog? Speaking of which, what do you make of this Lostbelt so far? How is it different from the India you're familiar with?
Too much green.
Too much green. Sand. How's it different? Well, it's not exactly different. I recognize nothing of this topography. No, it's more than that. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but it feels like the air here is.
Yes, very dry. It makes me feel lonely. Yes,
that's it. It makes me feel lonely. I have no idea what that means, though.
Lonely, huh?
And of course, I always make a point to try and sense my wife wherever I materialize, but it seems she's nowhere to be found here. One more reason I feel lonely, I think. Ah, my beloved Sita. When will I get to see you again? She's off in arcade, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Don't sense anything familiar here either. Or I suppose there is. You picking up something?
What does the scouter say about his power level?
No, it's nothing for the moment. I feel like a bit of the kind of tension I feel prior to battle. I was trying to figure out what it might be, but I couldn't come up with anything. Must have been imagining things, or perhaps my mind's been playing tricks on me. I'm sorry I can't be clearer than that, Master.
Very well then. What do you make of the mysterious cube off in the distance? Cube? To be honest, I have no idea.
That thing they saw in the sky?
I've traveled to all matter of countries in my search for Sita, but I've never seen nor heard of anything like that.
Nor have I. Is there something about that shape seems vaguely familiar? I'm not sure. That is not the answer you're looking for. And I'm sure that's not the answer you're looking for. Not really, no. I could say it looks like a giant die or an enormous 3D puzzle, but it wouldn't do us any good.
The Millennium Cube.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh. We need to know what it's made of and not what it looks like. If proper human history servants don't know it, then it's always something unique to this Lostbelt. In that case, the only way to find answers is by investigating. We can start with our immediate surroundings, as I originally planned. Remember, the fate of the world hinges on us, so make sure you do your damn job.
Hey, Master, I know he's your superior, but does he have to be so condescending? Does he not know I'm a king?
He's a good guy at heart, I promise. Or, sorry about that. Yeah, he's a pretty decent dude.
Well, no matter. Given that I'm a servant now, I can certainly overlook a transgression or two.
He is definitely condescending, but also totally harmless. I recommend not dwelling on it.
Alright, why don't we get our investigation underway? Oh no, there are monsters showing up.
We begin with the immediate vicinity, so just ahead in the direction where we tell you, and we should be all set. You might run into a wild animal or two along the way. I'm sure you guys will be able to handle them. Excuse me, just fine.
You'll actually have to get up again for a minute, I'll be back.
Oh, it's battle time, so it's good anyway. So restricted certain members. Just mash. Just literally just mash. Let's get here. Lostbelt time now. Literally, that's it. Okay. Literally not that hard. Raise up partner's MP. And Buster damage scope blur. Shoko, what's up? Welcome to the stream. We started Lostbelt 4 and we finally get to the main mission after about an hour cutscene. Right. I think buster damage is enough. That wasn't hard. Probably gonna be another cutscene. Oh, you're mine. Load this pad. Ashes up again. Oh, did the game lag? Oh, no. And start. Which is hope that the only voices that had come up are mine. We did end up running into some wild animals, but we all handled them no problem. That said, there's obviously something on your mind. Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna play Solomon's lines until he gets back. Indeed, now that we have the chance to for a quick moment, I can say for sure that there's something strange about this land. I agree completely, but I can't figure out what it might be. Yes. Compared to the one from the one we know from proper human history, was it? It feels as though there's something unusually covering this entire world. Feels like the loneliness you mentioned before. Maybe not. It's nothing I can't really put my finger on, nor can I put it into words. All I know is that there sure is whatever it is, it's preventing us from performing at our best. It doesn't mean we can't fight, but you can't definitely use our 100% on our power. You think it'll get better? Honestly, I don't know. Things might improve once we get used to it, but at this point, I can't say. Nonetheless, I wouldn't pay much heed. Even when we can't use our 100%, we can still have more than enough to carry out your orders. Don't worry about us, Master. All you need to worry about is telling us what to do. Now that it looks like we have more hungry beasts to deal with, let's take care of them quickly so we can continue investigating our surroundings. Sorry about the sound, this literally cuts out sometime. Give it a 12-second thing. There you go. Okay, I can go for a full. Let's go right here and give it a full Rama attack. Charisma. Let's increase star gen. You don't need guts right now, no. No. Great. Trying to finish it over here. No, these Indian tools exactly look like the ones from Antarctica. And some of those bugs from these certain events, it's not like they're really using sprites, right? Quick. Okay, yeah, no. Nope. The buster should kill it right here. Completely will kill it. Okay, Karna. This, I feel like this would do a significant amount of damage. And mash smashes away. So hey, what do you make of the area so far? We've been able to handle it to some degree on our end, but still a lot. We'd like to hear your thoughts on how you on it now that you're experiencing it yourselves. Well, I see a lot of placid bodies of water around here, and they're covered in lotus leaves. It's very pretty. And there's plenty of dry land, so we haven't had any problems walking around. It's almost surprisingly peaceful. Well, of course, the water is essential for living things to survive. Looks like there's a large river here too, so it would seem just as environmental stable as China was. Oh, the signal is that? Just as I expected, a world with plenty of climates is about to have people, which also means it's about to have towns. I just picked up what appears to be one of such towns in the direction you're heading. I'll send you coordinates right now. Just be sure to approach it with the utmost caution.
I'm back.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
The minute you left, we had a viewer, so I had to fucking voice act on my own. And the minute you're gone, they're gone. What is this bullshit?
I don't know, man.
This world likes to see me struggle.
the world has a sense of humor.
I wasn't laughing.
Well, no one said that you were the one who's going to end up laughing. The world is laughing. Alright, so how far are we going to get through in Lostbelt 4 today? What's your
Honestly,
plan?
I just want to finish this. I just want to finish this section 2 because like we've been streaming for like
an hour, 2 hours?
almost an hour and a half.
If we're just skipping through cutscenes, how far would we be?
Probably at like section 5.
Uh-huh. So you want to just end up section 2 for today?
It's been 116 minutes exactly. So let's finish off section 2.
Alright. Zerkers. Zerkers died to foreigners. Do you have a foreigner to blast them with? Or you could just pick any single target character. Either works.
Is it just a single target or is it more than one enemy? But it's basically they're all berserkers.
Let me check. And this is section 2, which quest?
Section 2, meeting hope in a lonely world.
Arrow 3.
Arrow 3.
There's 5 berserker enemies. 2 in the first round, 3 in the second.
Alright. Merlin Buster damage.
God, if only we could use regular mash in these quests.
Yep. Close your eyes, clench your hand. Offer your prayers to the God above. Those 3 things are an important part of our daily lives. We all have to do them. Our father complains about everything, but he still prays every day, even if he always grumbles while doing it. If I forget to pray at the right time, he gets really angry. Well, he's always angry, but he gets even more angry. I think if I had a mother, she would get angry too. I only heard about mother in stories, so I don't know that for sure, but that's what I guess. Prayers are very important, so I can't blame them for getting angry. That's true for routine prayers and prayers just for the sake of praying. Praying is an essential part of our lives. We pray and we pray, and we hope our God hears us. We live in our lives the best we can. We try to be good people, so please, oh great God above, please guide us to the next YUGA. Oh God, another child.
You want to do this one?
What's all the commotion outside? I guess I'll take a look. Where do you think you're going? Yo, what is it with this dude design though?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
He looks like a dark-skinned Hajime.
And he kind of has Shiro hair.
Oh my God! You know he has original Shiro hair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what makes it off.
It's every time I look at OG Shiro hair, I just cannot.
Hey, good thing. Hey, at least it's not white shirt. Anything but the white shirt. But seriously though, that hair. Or you do this voice.
Where do you think you're going?
It's okay. I already finished my prayings. I'm on Vienna.
Bihang.
Bihang.
Oh, that dog is so dead. Yo, that dog is so dead.
Stop.
Once we confirmed the town was safe to approach, we decided to take a closer look, as there was only so much we could learn at a distance. That said, this isn't what I expected.
I feel vaguely unsafe here. I have to agree, there are a number of broken buildings and foundations jutting out of random angles. It would be brutal time if it was properly mounted, but as it is now, it feels kind of run down. What about the townspeople? Are there any of them? Yes, they are. Though it feels like they're giving us a wide berth. I don't see any fairy ear beasts like in Russia. It doesn't seem like the aged are scared like in Scandinavia. At glance, they look peaceful. They look like perfectly ordinary people. They don't seem to be wary of us, but I don't sense any overt hostility. I imagine they're simply reacting similarly to an unfamiliar visitor.
It would seem they're sizing us up just as we are them. Just as we are sizing them up. In that case, it's best if we don't give them unnecessary case for suspicion. We'll refrain from calling you for the time being, so please use that time to focus on gathering as much information as possible.
Understood. Alright, here goes.
Dog
Girl and dog.
Ellipses.
What do you think that dog's thinking right now?
Food. Food? Food. 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 Food?
There's a girl looking at us very attentively. That dog was adorable.
Let's go!
Oh no, Food's thinking Food read our thoughts.
Who's like, yo, I'm the mascot here. Who do you think you are?
But that dog was adorable. She doesn't seem to be afraid of us either. I think I'll try talking to her. Sorry, drinking water. Hi there. Can we talk to you for a bit? Yikes, you surprised me. Hello. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, you don't have to worry, I was always spacing out, so I get surprised a lot. If you want to talk, that's fine with me. Say, can I ask you who you guys are? I never seen anyone else dressed like that before. We're travelers. That's right. This is Dan O'Neill, and I'm Mash Carolite. May I ask your name? I'm Asha. And this is Biha. He's astonishingly cute, isn't he?
Astonishing. They're arguing. What do we do? That's a battle.
So, you're named after the Hindu word for hope and dawn. That's lovely. Oh, no, this is your character.
So you're named after the Hindu words for hope and dawn. That's lovely. Oh yes, I almost forgot. I am Rama, and this is Karna and Nezha. You may have heard our names in stories of great warriors, but pay that no heed.
She's like, who?
I don't know who you're talking about. The false gods.
Is it my imagination, or do people here seem afraid of something now? So you travelers, does that mean you don't have home? You don't have a home?
Well,
No, we don't. At least not in this town. We have a mobile home with no coolers. You don't? That's terrible. That's terrible. Shockingly terrible. Why is that? Why is that terrible? Because of Callie, of course. You can't pray while at home. If you can't pray, then Callie's gonna eat you up. Callie, Asha, is that? Oh god, not Shiro here, dude. Ah, fuck.
what are you doing here, Asha? Can't you see what's happening? The Cali are here! Everyone inside! Okay, I'm gonna lock the door. Get ready to pray. Get inside, hurry!
The Callie's here? But these are travelers that don't have home. Or can we let them in ourselves? Of course,
Of course not. I can't afford to look after a bunch of people we don't even know. Did he pick up both of them?
Yep. Wait, please. You're Ash's father, right? Can you at least tell us what's going on?
Good luck. My name is Ajay. Use it. And I've got my hands full of taking care of just one Ulo. Sorry, but you lot are on your own.
On our own with what? Like, that's what we want to know.
Good luck. There's a terrible force coming. What, were you born yesterday or something? The Kali, of course. All we can do is lock ourselves up in our homes and pray to our God not to discard us. So that we don't become faithless, worthless people doomed to end up as nothing more than Kali food.
Go on, travel. You gotta hurry and find a place to hide and pray. I'm sure you already know what it is, but the Kali.
Be quiet, Asha. We can't afford to pray for them. Pray for them as well. So how does this work? Like, is it depending on how much you pray, how much you care to pray? How do we measure this?
Or do you just, or do you literally just, you just really need a house just to pray?
Apparently
house and pray. Yeah. You were saying something?
No, I was just saying, like, maybe there's something in the house that they need?
Like what, a mat?
I don't fucking know. I didn't make this universe.
Master, all the others are gone. It looks like we're the only ones left still outside. They might have gone. They must have all gone back to their homes. Now, what should we do? I know Ashley told us to hide, but get back, Master. Oh shit! Look at this ugly shit.
It's a crocodile thing. It's got 6 legs.
Honestly, fireball. That's all it takes.
Yo, just burn it.
Fireball. That's all it takes. They're attacking everything in sight. Is that why the town is in such a poor state? Cali, that's the name of
Kali, that's the devil's name.
There must be one unique to Indian mythology, rather one defined by the Holy Torch or Church.
I don't know how you Westerns categorize them, but we have always called them devils. I do not get the sense that they aren't the same as devils we know, but whatever they are, they're clearly bent on causing destruction. Log. No king can sit idly by and watch such destruction. These creatures will make worthy foes for my indestructible blade.
My body feels odd, but the effects are negotiable. We should have no serious issues. Agreed. I'm not about to let them stop me from helping. Give us your orders, master. We'll handle these things. Got it. Let's fight. Right. My Onyx is holding steady at a better than expected readings. I'm good to go, too. Armored shooter moving out. Should I go for MP or should I go for MP or wait on it?
Do what you need. If you want to MP them turn 1, there's 3 more enemies in the next turn. I'd personally just MP now and then blast them again a second time. Unlimited blade works. UBW. Yo, where's Emiya's animation update?
This is an animation update.
I know, that's the problem. He already got 1, where's the second? If I'm being fully honest, what you should have done last turn is use just waivers 30%, so that you could have had him at 40 this turn, rather than have him have to give him only 10 or 20, however much you gave him. Actually, wait, no, it would be the same anyway. I just did my math wrong.
And Swagger. What?
Oh, like the Pokemon move?
You told me to sit with find fucking Pokemon now? I thought it was Fate.
Everything is Pokemon.
I thought everything was JoJo.
Nah. Everything is simply an offshoot of it.
Kill it now. Skewer it to death.
But what if it lives?
After big buster damage?
So you see, I ended up being stabbed by 100 swords, but I lived.
Heracles.
So anyway, Gil was like, I'm just gonna shoot him, then I'm gonna chain him up, and then I lived. Oh, you already have Max Bond Heracles.
Yep.
Me sitting here with Bond 0 Heracles. Sag.
You sitting there without Heracles?
Yeah, exactly, Bond 0.
No, that's not even Bond 0. That's like -1.
-1. He doesn't like me. How do you say this place name?
Bishu. Ah, Lancers. So basically use the same setup I was using before, but with more waiver.
Well, no. You want to bring in a saber. You want to bring in a saber, not an archer.
Oh. And change anything? No.
Of course not.
There are more than I expected. This could be troublesome.
stay back. Get away from me. Please, dear God, save me.
It's my fault. I was one step too late.
People have no weapons with which to defend themselves. If their homes are destroyed, there's nothing they can do to avoid being eaten. This is horrific.
I've been focusing on the calories going after more fragile houses, but it seems to be no end to them. It's becoming a problem. I could wipe them all at once with my no phantasm. That would also end up destroying the very people and homes we're trying to protect. We just have to do our best and keep taking them one at a time.
By the way, the first set of fights are Berserkers, then they're Lancers in the second round for this one.
Agreed. This is truly a race against time. Every second counts, and when eliminating these monsters.
Good grief. When I decided to stay out of sight so as not to interfere with your information gathering, I never expected you would end up suddenly fighting such an intense battle. It would seem I'll need to run all the instruments at full power so as not to miss any data. So much for my break. Hold it, there's something else headed your way. Many somethings, I should say, and all distinctly different from the creatures you're currently fighting.
What the?
He's a ghost. What are those white beasts? Are they hostile too? Wait, maybe they're summoned by the prayer.
So they're on our side?
We don't know that yet.
Not necessarily.
I'm not sure if they eat people or if they hunt Callie and simply mistook us for them. But they're coming after us too.
Then I guess there's no point in wondering how these new creatures might affect the situation. We'll just have to follow the Karna's lead and put everything we have in fighting back. We can't let them come to harm anyone else, so please help us. Please give us your orders, Master.
Man, if only Saber Ultra could NP spam like in the movie.
Go with this?
Sure.
Wait.
If she has her own battery, if she had her own battery, it would be a lot better.
She only gives like 10% MP gauge when she uses her MP.
If she had a battery of her own, she would be a lot better for looping, but you know.
I'll use this.
Sure. Oh hey, look, Morgan. But they lived.
Oof.
Expect that to happen a lot during this Lostbelt because all of your damage is lowered.
Yep.
Like seriously, that should be doing like 10,000, not 6,000. What is this?
What if I had a servant who had debuff immunity?
Do they have debuff immunity before the fight?
No, I'm just saying if they did, yeah, before that, like a basic skill.
Well, the thing is, it's one of the permanent ones, so I don't think it would work. Like, you see the little art symbol? You see the little quick symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the debuff. It lowers your quick, arts, and buster damage. Well, you know what to do here, though, right?
Up.
So anyway, I started supporting.
I start giving heavy support. So anyway, I started mana bursting. Anyway, I started dropping stars. And
Man,
I didn't
if
go
only
to
this-
myself. And that's damage I expect.
Oh yeah, she does have her instincts hasn't been upgraded yet
Yep.
on NA. That's why she doesn't have her battery. Disgusting.
I don't know when. I forgot when it's coming back.
I don't know either. Was it when she got her costume? I don't remember. Well, whatever it was, it makes her a lot better. A guaranteed 20% NP. Plus, like, 20 stars.
All nearby hostiles have been eliminated. We did it. We finally managed to get rid of all those demonic-looking Kelly masters and a white beast that showed up later.
Now the townspeople are gonna hate you because you destroyed the white things, because those were protecting them, apparently. As I suspected, it would seem those white beasts and those Kali are mortal enemies, given how viciously they attack one another. Indeed, nor did the white beasts attempt to destroy any part of town. It was thanks to them that we were able to fend off the Kali. Though we did have to eliminate them as well, given they also tried to attack us. You lot did this, huh? Now you've done it.
No.
Oh hi, Mark.
Oh yeah. Oh hi, IG. Oh, damn it.
Don't call me that.
I had the minute you said oh hi, I just had to say that.
Oh hi, Mark.
Can you tell us what these things are?
Oh hi, Danny. At first, I figured I'd give these guys. I figured these guys were from the other side of the mountain, since they don't pray. But I guess they really are just a bunch of Ulu who don't know anything about the Kali. Either way, I don't want any part of this trouble. Yeah. What's theirs to tell? If you lot know what's good for you, you'd get out of here as soon as.
Yes, sir. Are you guys okay? You are. That's astonishing.
Surprising.
I'm so glad they're all right. I'm glad you're all right too, Asha. What a relief to see you're not hurt. Yeah, I'm okay. But Viha, well.
Oh man, I thought he was dead. He just lost a leg.
I mean, he still has a leg.
No, I mean he just got his leg hurt. Broke his leg? I don't know.
I see he's dragging his leg, poor thing.
He got his leg bitten off.
Yeah. He got it caught under a carpet, then fell down when the house started shaking. I'm sorry, Viha.
It seems as though my place's main mascot is secured, Fu thinks in his head. God, is there any value in a dog that can't run? We have to put him down. What happened? The Kali are dead, and the sacred beast? I assume that those are more villagers.
He's a fat dude.
It was that dude.
Hello, who are you?
Yo, I should give him the big Indian accent.
Oh,
I am
no.
Prakash. I am Prakash, the town man. It's fine. It's not racist because I'm from near there. Are you travelers? Do you know anything about this disaster? We do. These beasts attack us, so we killed them.
Blunt, straight to the point.
You what? If you would like a full account, then call for our finest scribe. Call for your finest scribes. It would be such a waste for me to recount my exploits without someone present to record them. Write that down, write that down. What? What? What have you done? How could you have killed the very agent our God keep us safe? Of our God that keeps us safe.
Why were you right?
Because it was pretty obvious.
We didn't have a choice. It was self-defense.
It was self-defense. It was murder.
Yeah, that's the self-defense.
Yes, choices, my favorite.
Agree. There was no other way. What's more, they were not the only ones we killed. That's right, we've also fought the creatures you call Kali. Please understand, we are only trying to protect your town.
Don't be ridiculous. That's nothing to understand. What you have done is unforgivable. It goes against every law of this world. More like of this Lostbelt. Besides, the god's sacred beast would never attack people without good reason. This is terrible. If we incur the god's wrath, if he thinks our town will or worse, encourage your vile deed, we are all done for. Go away, leave our town at once. You're no longer welcome in Vichu. Yeah, get out of here. You damned heretics, get us all killed. Oh no, could they be the ones people have rumored about lately? Does this mean we're gonna suffer divine punishment? Well, this is unexpected. It looked like they might start throwing stones at any moment. What would you have us do, Master?
Let's get out of here for now.
Retreat! Stand your ground, men!
I agree, it will be difficult to gain any more information under these circumstances. Besides, I think we should try to avoid trouble with these locals as much as possible.
They'll end up dead anyway.
Poor travelers.
Quiet field. About to not be quiet for long. There's gonna be like 50 fights here.
Oh, no battle, just cutscenes. Like we haven't seen that already.
Cutscenes. Cutscenes, more cutscenes.
Whoa, isn't this fine? How do you do? No sooner do you find a town, you get kicked out of for fighting. You barely even had any intel to show for it. All you done was waste our precious time. First Russia, then Scandinavia, then China, now India. Why can't we catch a damn break?
Because Nasu's writing this. Good grief, now you're examining a crime scene. A crime scene with a magnifying glass, Gyardolf. Do you focus on the stains on your pants before even considering the evidence? Like, seriously, we got a lot of info from that. They're the sacred beasts, which come from the god who protects people from the Kali, which are also probably from whatever god is here. Come on, you gotta think.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying I have stains on my finely ironed slacks?
Oh no, I beg your pardon. Your uniform is quite spotless. Of course it is. Any sailor worth their salt would keep their uniform white as snow. I had mine cleaned by the laundry type before we left. Laundry type? I do recall seeing a weird-looking captain running around base before.
Holmes,
Well,
what do you
that
mean?
wouldn't have been the captain.
We hope to find anything that might lead us what we're seeking. We should prepare to suffer a few setbacks at first.
Precisely. If you're too focused on your expense ledger, you'll miss evidence that's right in front of you, my dear Watson.
Understood. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. Damn it, it was my chance to be Watson. Curse my gentleman propensity to be so acutely aware of my appearance. I knew that, of course. It's just playing devil's advocate, a nervous, high-strung devil's advocate.
Nervous, high-strung devil's advocate.
It's just a cunning ploy to elicit that reaction from Holmes. Yes, that's it. Anyway, we need to find a good place nearby where we can pitch camp, right? In case, why don't we try asking the little bunny hiding in the tall grass behind you for recommendation? Good idea. In that case, please don't hide there, Asha. You can come out where we can see you. Yikes! You surprised me. Since we're already surprising, it might as well introduce myself. I'm sure she can handle it. Hi there, Asha.
Yeah, just give out all of the government secrets.
My name's Da Vinci. I'm a friend of Dan O'Neill. I'm not actually here right now. I'm just using some kind of transmission to send my voice over the air. There was a detective here. He might pop in every now and then. Don't mind him. He's harmless. And we also have a commander who's obviously really bad with kids. But having him sit this out whether he likes it or not. Wow, just one surprise after another. You travelers really do amazing things, can't you? Another townsperson who were eager to see us leave. Why did you come after us? Just like that, Connor gets straight to the point. I'm curious about that too, but still. Oh, well, I just wanted to give you this to thank you for saving us. Ooh, bananas.
Banana.
Is you.
Oh, these are fine bananas indeed. You know, I used to feast on bananas that Hanuman would pick for me all the time. They were jewels of the heavens, so delectable a single bite could make your cheeks melt away in pleasure. But I can tell that these bananas are surely every bit their equal. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for this gift, Asha.
Hanuma?
You know, Hanuman, the monkey god, one of the closest allies. One of my closest allies. What's that? You've never even heard of him? Poor Hanuman. I guess even picking up a whole mountain wasn't enough to make you famous. You're in no position to be laughing at Lakshmana.
Alright, search them up. Hanuma and Lakshmana. Oh, damn it! We forgot. Since we're not doing Lostbelts now, you can go and research things and say random facts.
Hanuman is Monkey Man. God of wisdom, strength, courage, devotion, and self-discipline.
And Lakshmana.
Also known as Luxman or Lukan, was the younger brother of the god Rama and his aide in the Hindu epic Ranayana. He's also known by other names. Sumitra. He was also the twin of Shratagna. Me reading out Wikipedia.
Fuck Luxman, that's the best name.
Luxman. Yo, is this a whole Mega Man boss? Some people say that Hanuman was actually an inspiration for Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. Also in this picture here, he's opening up his heart with something inside. Anyway, let's just keep going.
Yeah,
hold on, I sincerely doubt the answer could be no. No, but let me ask you something just to make sure. Have you heard the name Rama before?
Instantly cocks her head.
What? Have you not heard of me?
My name is Karna. I'm a warrior who once fought alongside the Kurvana, the descendants of King Kuru. Have you heard my name before? Shakes her head. I see. Whoa, there's no surprise. I still have a long way to go before I can reach the heights and master I strove for.
Don't be ridiculous, Karna. That's giving yourself far too little credit. Honestly, I blame Arjuna for that. It's no exaggeration to say that in the India from proper human history, there's not a single person alive who has not heard your name. That is how great your heroic deeds were. So if the people here have no familiarity with the myths of the past or the figures from well-known stories, that would mean that neither the Mahabharata nor the Ramayana exist in this Lostbelt. Alternatively, they may have existed in the past, but have since been forgotten. How sad to think that the people of this day have never heard of my grand exploits. No, wait, does this mean we can't even be sure my exploits happened here? And if they didn't, does that mean that neither I nor Sita exist in this India?
Either way, if Asha hasn't heard you, then there's no point in pursuing this line of question any further. I think it's best if we stick to questions she can actually be able to help us with, starting with our campsite. Asha, we're looking for a place where we can rest for a night. Can you think of any good spots? Well, there's a cave near here we used to play hide and seek. Anything that will give us shelter from the wind and rain sounds good. Sounds great. Would you show us the way there? Sure, follow me. On the way, we can ask really important things, like you know what over there. Right. Can I ask you something? You know anything about the giant tree way off the distance? It sprang up out of nowhere a while ago. I was surprised.
Is that all you know about it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's really far away, you know. Most people in the town has said probably something to do with our god, like God's shoulder boulder.
Shoulder boulder?
What?
It said sky boulder.
Oh, sky boulder.
Where'd you get shoulder from?
I don't know. That's not exactly what I want to ask you about. Is God's sky boulder what you call the enormous cube holding over the mountain?
Floating. It's floating over the mountain. It's not holding it.
Uh-huh. God's sky boulder.
What's a sky boulder? Now that we know its name, the next question is obvious. What exactly is it? Thanks, Rama. You said exactly what I said. That answers none of my questions. Ah, yes, it's been around forever.
Wait,
like that water.
It's been around forever, just like the sun and the ground. Everyone knows that.
Well, I don't.
I don't know what else to say. God's sky boulder is God's sky boulder. It's just like the sun is the sun.
No, the sun is a ball of plasma energy and heat and gas. That's what the sun is. The sun is not just the sun, it is a star.
I'm positive my father would say the same thing.
Then why is it called God's sky boulder? Not that I can imagine how humans could have made such a thing.
I think it's because our God made it, or because he lives there. Sorry, I don't really know. Nobody ever goes near it.
Oh, why is that? Speaking for myself, I find it an enormously compelling object. An object of interest. Most mysterious indeed. It is without a doubt worth investigating.
I don't know. I just know it's got something to do with our God, so people are supposed to stay away. Besides, there's a lot of cowards around there. They're trying to kill our God.
Well, we're gonna kill your God too.
That's just me, my father, my aunt. Nobody in Bishu ever goes there. Well, yeah, I have to ask you about the Cali too. From what we saw, I'm guessing the attack happens pretty regularly, but... Well, you mean the Cali never come to your town, travelers? That's so surprising. It must be somewhere really far away, especially if you can't see God's sky boulder from there. But yeah, of course the Cali show up a lot whenever a yoga about to end. And since tomorrow's Cali yoga, I bet there'll be way more tomorrow than there were today. Huh? What are you talking about? You mean you don't know? I thought everybody knew a lot of Cali show up on Cali Yuga, since it's the last Yuga and all. That's why everyone's always locking their doors even tighter and praying even harder than they did for Devapara Yuga today. Question: what will happen when yesterday is over?
When tomorrow is over.
Or tomorrow is over. You mean you travelers don't know? That's really surprising. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that, even Biha.
Are you saying I'm stupider than a dog?
I mean, it's something as natural as the sun giving us daylight, you know? Just let's say we're from somewhere very far off the beaten path. A place pretty much at the end of the earth, where everything from social to society to history is fundamentally different. So please tell us, Asha, what happens when Kali Yuga N is over? Why our God passes judgment over our God passes judgment and everyone dies, of course. But then, if our God decides we're worthy, He brings us back to life, and the first happy Yuga starts all over again.
What happens when Yuga ends? Oh, that's when Yuga begins.
Fucking A. When
Don't
Yuga
you know?
ends, Yuga begins.
Wait, what happens when Yuga ends? Don't you know? That's when Yuga begins. Cock shotgun.
I should change the title to that. Instead of we're hitting out India.
What happens when Yuga ends? Don't you know? That's when Yuga begins.
When Yuga ends, Yuga begins.
Yuga
So much
Shredra.
Yuga. And no battle for the ending off? Alright.
Great. Plot.
Banafu. Banafu.
Munch munch.
Is it just me, or is Foof slowly picking up English? Or human language in general?
Is he like Pikachu? You know, he has like different ways to say each word that just all sound really similar.
But he literally said bana.
Bana.
Your names are really good, but
Rama eating a banana. Let me just make sure I have these yugas straight, Asha. In this world, the first yuga lasts for 4 days, the second lasts for 3, the third lasts for 2, and the final one, Kali Yuga, comes on the final day. Do I have that right?
But they do say each yoga used to be way longer a long time ago. Once upon a time, I heard there used to be things called years and months during each yuga, though I don't know what they are. Maybe they're why my dad always says that it's a lot harder to keep track of things like anniversaries now. I wonder what he remembers from my 4,000 day being alive is coming soon. 4,000 day?
4,000 days, so that's like 10 years. Well, more like 11, 12 years, but you know.
Then, when Kali Yuga is over, you say a god will then pass judgment, killing everything and bringing them back to life, right? An actual god, I guess it's certainly not possible, especially given what we saw in Scandinavia, but still. So this judgment is just a normal part of life here. As long as you pray, everything stays the same. Just how the sun rises when it's morning.
It would seem our shared perception of normality are fundamentally misaligned. This could be quite difficult. After all, it only makes sense that someone who perceives such abnormalities as entirely mundane would find them unremarkable.
Well, we just have to take each difference one at a time. Let's start with something simple in case I think it's going to define exactly what Yuga is. Yuga might be a pretty well-known concept, but it's still important to make sure we all are on the same page. Plus, talking about it might help us figure out what the difference between our concept and Ash's concept. So first off, does everyone here know what Yuga in our world is? Search it up. Go, Yuga.
You know they're gonna give you an exposition anyway. Go ahead.
I don't know, so I'm hoping you can fill me in. I do, but I like like everyone to go over them anyway.
Yeah, I totally know, guys. Let's just just give me a refresh.
I'll let you guys go over it anyway.
Yugas are the Hindu concept that says the world is always cycling between four distinct periods. In order, these periods are called Kratra, Satya, Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dvarpa Yuga, and Kali Yuga. When the Kali Yuga draws near, law, order, and morality cease to exist, and the world starts to fill up with evil instead. Then, when the Kali Yuga ends, the gods are set to destroy the world, remake it, and let a new Kratra Yuga begin all over again.
So you're saying they're blowing up worlds more than Dragon Ball?
So it's like Ragnarok, but more often.
Thank you, Captain.
Not at all. I just overheard something with which I was familiar, so I thought I could chime in. That's all I had to say.
Captain, now I see. If your true name is what I think it is, then you would have some ties to India.
What are you talking about? Nemo has nothing to do with India. He's from Finding Nemo. Come on.
So you guys do know what Yuga is. Well, that's a surprise. I get it. You were just teasing me, weren't you? So silly.
This is truly difficult. There are some concepts that share and some we don't. And both kinds are mixed together in the same world.
At least it seems that we're mostly on the same page when it comes to our enemy. I also know that devils called Kali appeared during the Yuga to plunge the world into chaos. Sure, but according to Ashley here, today is only supposed to be the third one. Diva Para Yuga. Oh, the Kali are always around. They're just one more thing depending on the Yuga. You almost never see one during the Krita Yuga, and there's so many during Kali Yuga. It's shocking. If a Kali kills you, you won't be able to receive the god's blessing anymore. That's why everyone prays so hard. So it's not getting killed they're worried about, but what comes afterwards. Does that mean does she mean that in a religious sense? Whatever the reason for it is, it sounds like there's even more Kali attacking tomorrow. What would you have us do, Master? Can't stand by and do nothing. Agreed. Chodius values human life above all else, even if the notion flies into the face of how these Lostbelts works.
Exactly. Sometimes there are just things that you have to do, regardless of whether people hate you or even cast stones at you for it. In my case, those things come so naturally to me that it's hardly even a choice. My body just ends up moving on its own. I think that's what happened back when I lent my aid to Sugriva long ago.
That man I failed to save earlier, his dying screams, was not one of a man who had made peace with his fate. This system seems evil to me. I may no longer be able to save that man's life, but I can at least make sure that tragedy will never happen again. Then we are decided. We fight. This Lostbelt may not be familiar to us. Yet, for some reason, this land of India feels familiar to me. Perhaps some of me originates here as well as China. I can't say why. But I will not hesitate to protect these innocent people. Now we know what is happening. Tomorrow, I will work even harder than ever. Do not worry, Master Mash. Nessa.
We have only just begun our investigation of this Lostbelt Tree of Emptiness, to say nothing of its god Sky Boulder object. Given that these townspeople could help shed some light on these things, I would certainly hate to lose any of them. It will be dangerous to help them, but I won't stop you from doing so. The townspeople also called those white creatures sacred beasts. and said they were God's agents. But they weren't nearly enough of them to handle all the Kali, and that's before they went and tried to attack us too. We can't count on them. If we're going to be fighting even more Kali tomorrow, I would like to find another fighter or two to shore up our ranks while we have the chance. And given what happened,
Given what happened earlier, I don't think we can expect the townspeople to help us out. Fidgets. What is it, Asha? Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. See, back in town, I actually peeked out the window and saw you guys fighting. And I was still praying to our God the whole time, so I think I should be totally fine. You were amazing. I seen people go hunting before, and you guys didn't even move any. You guys didn't move anything. And you guys didn't move anything like them. It was like you weren't even human. And I saw you talking to that people far away after I followed you, and you guys got surprised all over again. So I was just wondering, are you guys maybe gods, but not the god?
gods who aren't the gods. That's an interesting way to put it. I guess you're kind of right. Karna's right here. Rama's over there.
They have divinity.
They have divinity.
Oh, you know, there's only one god, and you're obviously not him, right? That's all I meant. I hope I didn't say anything weird. Only
I know,
one
right?
god? But Indian Pantheon is known for one of the largest in all mythology.
Look, literally every mythology has like an insane number except for like 2. There's only like 2 religions that only have one god.
I guess I did say something weird. I'm sorry. Lately, there's been rumors about going around people who seem like gods but aren't the god. So I just thought.
They're both wow. Well, they both are.
They both are. Which one we should go for?
Divinity? Who has higher divinity?
Who has higher divinity? We're checking. I'm checking. So let's see. Saber, Ranma. Who has the highest divinity? I'll say first. Okay, so Ranma has.
Well, Karna has an A. And Rama also has an A. Yeah. Shit.
Hey, since Karna's the one who's been speaking the most, I guess you can say him.
Sure.
Hold up.
I'd give it to Karna, given how this Lostbelt ends.
Yeah. Hey, Rama was worshipped as a Hindu deity anyway.
Yeah. Oh, like I said, they're both basically gods, but like, you know.
Karna's known for being a son of a god.
Yep. I'm giving it to Karna just because, you know, how this Lostbelt ends and a few other things. The only character with a divinity rank EX is his brother, so, you know.
Let's go for Rama.
Oh, okay. I was going more towards Karna.
That's until the end.
Indeed, I don't usually go around Indeed, I usually don't go around telling people this, but I am actually the avatar of Vishnu. Very occasionally, I can't even hear him speaking through me, which is always an incredible surprise. Even I cannot help but be respectful when I speak to him directly, even if his voice is only coming from inside of me.
I never heard any of the gods by the name before, but that's still amazing. I'm shocked.
So what is your god's name? Can you just tell us that, so you know we don't have to wait?
If I just thought we were the beings she had heard from rumors about, that would of course mean people are talking about other beings like us. It sure does. Whoever it is, is very likely to be servants. I knew they still had at least be one in this Lostbelt. They say that one of them came to Bishu not long ago. I think they were staying on a mountain nearby. Are they friends of yours? They came to town?
Which one?
It was during the last YUGA. Though I didn't get to meet them myself. Though they only took a little look around the town before they went to the mountain. Are you sure they were not just a passing traveler? I guess they could have been, but I heard they dressed really funny. They even said they were a god. It could be divine spirit. And if they were alone, it could be also a rogue servant. Or should there also be a powerful addition to our forces if we could convince them to help us?
Powerful is debatable. Indeed, there's still a lot we don't know about this world's yugas. But we can focus on them once we have dealt with this immediate threat. Now that we've eaten our fill of those delicious bananas, I say we try and look for this being next.
I'm sorry, I wish I could show you the way, but I need to get home before I get in trouble. That's okay. If you can tell us where to look, I'm sure we can find this place ourselves. I'm actually more worried about you, Asha. I know your town isn't too far away, but I still don't think it's a good idea making you walk home by yourself. I'll be fine. The cow might only show up. And I always count on Vea too. Oh right, I didn't bring him with me because he got injured. But it's okay. I can get home in no time as long as I can run. I can run all the way there. Master. Did you see if they're getting Stacy while her nosing? Would you mind quietly making sure she gets back safely? Very well, you have my word. No harm will come to her. Okay then, see you later, Mr. God. Just Mr. is fine. See you later. Bye. You know, I was surprised when she come all the way after us just to say thanks. Especially given how the dogs reacted to us. She was so sweet and we learned a lot of useful things from her.
Wow, sounds like you're setting a lot of death flags here, Mash.
Definitely. That said, Mash, I'm sure you're already aware of this, but yeah, I know. Once we destroy this Lostbelt, she and AJ are gonna disappear just like the people we met in the other ones.
From purely pragmatic standpoint, log. From a purely pragmatic perspective, maintaining good relations with the locals will facilitate our information and gathering efforts. I suppose the only advice I can give is to not think about it too much. Don't worry, they're gonna end up dead anyways. Like hell, they've been going through a death cycle anyway.
Yeah. Just as you'd instruct the master, I should walk straight back to town and now is safe and sound in her home. Thanks, Karna. I keep an eye for Callie on the way there and back and didn't see a single one. However, I can't say for certain whether that's because they were just attacked as Ashes said, or is there merely just a coincidence. Unfortunately, there is still a great deal do not know about these monsters.
Well, it won't be long before we face them again, and that gives us all the more reason to bolster our forces. So let us be off to this mountain where the god lives. where one of the gods live. I wonder what sort of god they are. It would certainly be nice if they turned out to be one we know, just to save time. Of course, I'm hoping that it will be Sita, but, you know, that's not going to happen. She'll be the avatar of Lakshmi, so she could easily have ended up being treated as a god in her own right.
I hope you will be reunited with her as well, but there is no guarantee this servant will be an Indian god. We are just likely to turn out to be a god from the West or some other religion altogether. Region altogether. The odds on our counting a familiar face are really quite slim. Just try not to get your hopes up too high.
Well, hey, the audience might know him.
And we're done.
Took way too long.
I know, right? We literally started this thing 3 hours ago.
And most of it was just voice acting.
Oh god.
Now imagine if you were to do this with Atlantis.
Oh no.
Or imagine you did this with Lostbelt 6. I showed you how long that one was.
Can we get a team?
Of a team of voice actors. You know that won't speed it up at all, right?
That'll just take longer.
Yo, I already showed you how long Lostbelt Lafay is, Camelot is. Those 6 bundles of print paper, god. Nasu's a madman. Nasu is a madman.
Okay. So this is gonna be the end of the stream. Only one person came by to say hi and they left. So, whatever. Next stream coming out Friday, Saturday. One of the two, because like I basically have the time now.
Although we can't do it on Monday next week.
Yeah, well, but we still have a bunch of time afterwards.
Yeah.
So, any last words?
Remember, kids, don't do voice acting, and just read in your head. It's faster, it's easier, and don't have to worry about anyone hearing you.
Or skip the cutscenes.
Or just skip the cutscenes.
We would have been like halfway there if we just skipped the cutscenes. But like, no, I want to make this actually special. Make this good. 3 hours in, and we just got to the third section.
Out of 20.
And this whole thing has 10-hour cut. This thing has a total of 10 hours of worth of cutscenes.
Insanity.